and you can see me as well. So in case you can, let me know in the chat box, everyone. Meanwhile, I'll check your messages and I'll see who has joined and who has not. All right. As you keep joining, let me know in the chat box, everyone. All right, I can see Tijan already. I can see Tijan, I can see Nancy, Asmita, Uzafa, Preeti. Let me know, everybody, is my voice clear? Everything all right? Yes or no? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive app for any kind of exam prep. Yes, please. Is my voice clear? Can you all hear me, see me? Let me know in the chat box. Yes, all right. I was not able to see myself on the second device, so I was a little concerned, but I think it is fine. Okay. Uzafa, once you join any law college, let's be very clear, it would be impossible for you to prepare much, okay, unless you are very, very disciplined. Mayank and Gaurav, good morning. You're on the app, and this session is live on YouTube also, okay, just in case you're not aware. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Let me quickly tell or rather clarify to those of you who are attending this session for the first time. In this session, we take up articles from different newspapers, different magazines, even sometimes books, etc., and we analyze them from language perspective. What we do is we try to learn how to read an article in the best possible manner. What are the different parts in an article, where to focus, where to skim, where to scan, where not to focus, how not to get lost in the information given, so that when you are solving CR, which is critical reasoning, and RC, which is reading comprehension passages, in actual CLAT and other exams, you know how to negotiate the amount of information given or the passages given. In this session, we learn how to read better. I hope it is clear. All right. Okay, Uzafa, in that case, it's fine, no problem. If somebody is disciplined, I think the person can do everything, right? Okay. So, are we ready for today's session? I can see plenty of you already, so I think we would begin now. Yes. Now, before I move on, let me quickly also tell you that I personally hope that you guys are reading your newspapers regularly. Okay, whatever newspaper you target, be it Indian Express or Hindu or any other, you do it regularly. But yes, do not allocate too much amount of time on reading newspapers. Okay, so there are some students who would go 2.5 hours, 3 hours of reading per day. Even that kind of amount is not required. Okay, so you decide how much time is needed, but it shouldn't be 3 hours or 4 hours. It's not a movie that you have to do it for 3 hours. Okay. Okay. All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Gargi. Good morning, Siddhi, and others. Okay. So we are going to start now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to read the article with you. Okay. And before that, let me quickly tell you that next year I want you guys here, when CLAT takes place in actually it's going to happen this year only. So once the results are out, I want you guys here, and we are going to update this slide probably today also again, because we have more names now. I want you guys here, okay? But to get your names here, of course, you have to work hard, because CLAT is not one of the easiest of entrance exams, right? You have to work harder to be here. All right, everyone, challenge accepted. Okay, so I'm going to read this article with you, it appeared in Indian Express very recently, right? So good article, and I will read this with you, and we would learn where to focus, where not to focus, how to tackle harder parts, how to tackle easier parts, how to pace up your reading speed, how to bring it down where required, so that you do not read the entire paragraph or passage at the same speed, which a lot of students do. A lot of students would read the passages at the same rate, no matter how hard, easy, long, short the passage is. Okay, every passage is going to be distinct, going to be different, but you can treat them in a certain manner, right? Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's straight away start. Sijan, yes, 1 hour 90 minutes max reading newspaper should be sufficient. Okay, you have to do it efficiently, right? If somebody starts reading the magazine part of the newspaper, or starts reading the advertisements and all, obviously the person would take a lot of time. You have to be very, very choosy with what you read. Avoid reading unnecessary state news that has no value in terms of GK. You can avoid that. Okay, so let me find my highlighter and we are going to start. Okay, let's begin. Recently, two connected media stories allow us to think about the peculiar nature of gender relations in a time of increasing public visibility of women. The first line says that there have been two stories that came out in media, and they make us think, they allow us to think about the peculiar nature. Peculiar means it is not typical. There is something strange about it, of gender relations in a time of increasing public visibility of women. Now, without reading further, can anybody write it in the chat box? What is the meaning of increasing public visibility of women? Increasing public visibility. What does it mean? I am not giving you any more clues. I want you to just type the meaning. What do you think is the meaning of increasing public visibility of women? Were women invisible earlier? Now they have become visible? What is the meaning? I'm not able to figure it out. Can you help? Let me see. Vrinda, good morning. Can you please tell me one line? What is the meaning of increasing public visibility of women? Anyone? Women are coming in the light. Women are coming. Women empowerment, Gargi, okay. Women are growing up in all fields. Women participation. Women are growing. Women are growing. Okay. Women participation. More women engaging outside world. Women empowerment. We see more women coming out in different fields. Okay. So first thing, good response. Good try. Well done. Varsha, no. Okay. So now everyone. Vrinda, okay. Yashasvi. Vrinda and Yashasvi have written the same answer, exact same answer. Devadrita, okay, yeah. All right, so let me tell you two things here. Okay, listen to me very carefully, everyone. There are 2 points I need to make here. I made the same point in my MHCET session yesterday, and I'll make it here also. Let me just change the marker that I'm using. Okay. Now, please remember, as future lawyers, there are two very important things that you have to keep in mind. First is, be as specific as possible when reading something. Very important point. Okay, very important. If you understand this, your accuracy in critical reasoning and English will go up, no doubts about it. Let me quickly explain what it means in 30 seconds. We have this habit of being generic when we need to be specific. Let me give you an example. Suppose we go to a restaurant and we eat Thai food. Okay, Thai food, very good Thai food, and I ask you after the lunch is over or dinner is over that what did you eat, and if you say I ate food, your answer is not wrong actually, but then your answer is not quite right. I asked you a specific question about the lunch. You are answering in a generic manner. It is not really wrong, but it is not even right. And when you have 4 choices, your answer may be absolutely wrong because you are choosing a very generic answer. Let me give you another example. Suppose I say, who was Mahatma Gandhi? And if you say a human being, your answer is not wrong actually, right? He was a human being. But how generic is the answer? It's extremely generic. By that standard, everybody is Mahatma Gandhi in the world. Everybody else out there is a human being, right? So everybody is Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the entire answer that you gave is logically, maybe logically correct, but it doesn't make sense because it's too generic. And a lot of us have this problem. Let me give you the example. I asked, what is the meaning of this line? Increasing public visibility of women. Public visibility basically means women are participating more. Now, listen to me very carefully, everybody. Women are participating more. Now, some of you have answered women empowerment. Just 2 words, women empowerment. Let me ask you, if women are participating more in society outside their homes, does it mean they are getting empowered? Not necessarily. After World War II, more than 60% of workforce in Russia was women. Does it mean women became empowered? No. There were just no men left behind to work because they got killed in the war or they were disabled. They were not fit to work. Now, if it says increasing public visibility, visibility means they are getting seen. Why are they getting seen? Because they are outside the homes. If you say women empowerment, you are not really wrong, but you are not quite right. That is why. Let me know in the chat, everybody. Is the first point clear? Be as specific. Please use your brains. Put some pressure on it. Be as specific as possible when you are reading. Okay? When you are reading. When you read. Very important point. So please stop giving this generic answers. So if the paragraph is about artificial intelligence helping make better cars, don't say the topic is computers, because they are not the same thing. They are very different things. Just because you have a laptop doesn't mean you are good at creating AI. No, there may be no relation. Is this point clear, everyone? You will study this when you go to law college. A lawyer is not supposed to read what is not written there. That is judge's work, basically. Correct? Very important point. Now, what is the second important point? I just mentioned it. Second important point is, do not assume anything that is not written there. In other words, please don't add words. A lot of students do that. Nothing would be mentioned about that particular thing, but your mind will tell you that it is mentioned. If it is not mentioned, please don't add. Simple. Right? Two things. A, be as specific as possible. Second, don't add from your side. And let me tell you, despite my telling you this, you are likely to do this. You will do this. You have to decrease the frequency. You have to reduce it. The problem will remain, don't worry. Okay, but you have to reduce it as much as possible. Okay, let's read further. So women are participating more, and the two stories are connected to that. The first concerns observation by the Madras High Court regarding proper behavior by women with regard to a symbol of marriage. Now, pay attention to this, everybody. Inverted comma and the word proper is written there. Whenever authors mention something under inverted commas, it basically means that special meaning is attached to this word. Okay, suppose you go home, or suppose in your home today your parents tell you that we will buy you a new laptop, and they mention the laptop under inverted comma. Then you should be very sure that there is some special meaning to it. It is not the normal laptop. So probably they are going to do something peculiar. This laptop is not a normal laptop. It talks about proper behavior by women, means author is basically pointing out that this proper has a special meaning. It's not the regular proper. Okay, proper as in what do you mean by proper behavior by women? Who is setting that standard, right? With regards to a symbol of marriage, and second relates to a survey that sought to gauge. What is the meaning of gauge? Anybody? What is the meaning of gauge? Attitude towards gender in the context of the new education policy in Karnataka. Two stories, one about how women should behave, right, towards symbol of marriage, with regard to symbol of marriage, and second, attitude towards gender in some survey they did regarding the new education policy. Correct? So these are the two stories the author is focusing on. But in both the stories, it is very clear that the author is talking about the attitude of the society towards gender roles or participation of women and the gender roles they play and the way society looks at it. Okay, all right. Gauge is what? Very good. Gauge is measurement. That's correct. Absolutely. Measure. Gauge basically means to measure something. Okay. Commenting on the case of an estranged couple. What is estranged? Anybody? Estranged couple. The Madras High Court noted that the removal of the Mangal Sutra. Mangal Sutra is a kind of piece of jewelry or ornament that a woman wears from her body amounted to mental cruelty towards her husband. Now just imagine, Madras High Court said that a woman who refused to wear Mangal Sutra committed mental cruelty. In other words, the court basically said that wearing Mangal Sutra is a proper behavior. Not wearing it is improper. Right? So it's setting the norms for women. What is proper behavior according to women? Turning to the survey of teachers, this is about the national education policy. Okay. Turning to the survey of teachers, students and parents in Karnataka, two findings stand out. Talking about the NAP. So what is the meaning of estranged? Let me see. Estranged is, okay, unknown. Now I am a little surprised. 4 people have written unknown. Okay. 4 people have used the same word, unknown. Now I'm putting on my lawyer's cap. Correct? Okay. How come 4 or 5 people have got the same word as the answer? Though that's not correct actually, but still. Alright. Sanjana, that's correct. Estranged basically means separated. Right? Not happy. Now it's talking about the second survey, and it says that the survey found two things. First, there was an overwhelming belief. A lot of people believed that child care is women's responsibility. And second, a lot of people believed that women put up with domestic violence for the good of the family. Responses to the second aspect seem to suggest not just observations of what happens, but also what should happen. Pay attention here, everybody. This is author's opinion, okay? Now, can you guys tell me why am I saying this is author's opinion? If you read paragraphs like this, you will be able to do better analysis of critical reasoning and RC passages, and you would get right answers. Can you tell me why am I saying this is author's opinion? Why am I not saying this is the survey's opinion? Why am I saying this part is author's opinion? Who can tell me? Which word will tell me that this is author's opinion? Tatab Barta, good morning. Quickly everybody, 5 seconds. Tell me, why am I saying this is author's opinion? Hariom, yes. Good, very good. Please remember guys, whenever suggestions are made, they are generally author's opinion, unless the author mentions the source. See, responses to the second aspect seem to suggest, author is saying it looks like, it is author's opinion, that these observations are not telling you what is happening, they are also telling you what should happen. Means women should take care of the children, women should put up with domestic violence. Author is saying this, author is saying that this is what it looks like, that people believe women should take care of children and women should also put up with domestic violence because it is for the good of the family. So they should get beat up, no problem, right? What are a few slaps and getting kicked and getting hands fractured? Because it's about the good of the family, so it's fine, it's okay. The author is saying that. As there are no specific requirements that men should wear symbols of marriage, making the connection between the discarding means to give up, of the Mangal Sutra and the husband's death normalizes ideas about inequality in family relationship. A wife causes mental cruelty to the husband by discarding the Mangal Sutra, his social death, because the woman's primary task is to be a good wife and display the symbols of domesticity. Author is saying this based on the Madras High Court's observations. Men, on the other hand, are not under any such obligation, and the welfare of their spouses does not depend on their behavior. Why is the author talking about welfare? Because the Madras High Court said that if you don't wear Mangal Sutra, it basically means that the husband is socially dead, or it is basically taken off when the husband dies. If you're not wearing it, then you are basically telling the world that your husband is dead. So in a way, wearing of Mangal Sutra and husband's health are connected in the Madras High Court's observation. Given the deference that is both demanded by the institutions and offered to them, institutional pronouncement means the statements made by institutions like courts that reinforce gender disparities are particularly unfortunate. Author is very clearly saying that places like courts should not make such kind of announcements because they reinforces, they make it stronger. Gender disparity is when there are no equality between genders. A woman takes off the Mangal Sutra and you say it is equal to announcing to the world that the husband is dead, and this is not a good thing. You're basically saying that woman, somehow the wife in a marriage somehow is lower than the husband. Husband does not have to wear anything, but the wife has to. So in a way, you are basically reinforcing gender disparity. Somewhere the wife is lower than the husband in rank. Okay, this is what the author is saying here. Deference basically means respect. All the words I highlight, if you are interested, make sure you do at least 5 synonym, 5 antonym, and do some research if these are new words for you. These are very regular words, right? So let me ask you, if I ask you the tone of the author, can you guys tell me what is the tone of the author? Is the author happy with the survey done by NEP or the Madras High Court's judgment? Do you think the author is happy? Quickly, everyone. Shata, Bertha, you can speak to our counselors regarding this. Okay, the number is in the chat already. So before I move on, yes, the author is very clearly absolutely mad. The author is not happy. Can we say that? The author is not happy at all. Okay, now we will read the next part very, very quickly. Very good, guys. I can see your chat. Yes, the author is not happy. Now the author says it is unsurprising that the NEP related survey in Karnataka has elicited means drawn opinions that suggest. Author says it is not surprising. It is not surprising. It was expected that the survey got these kind of opinions that suggest what is good for the family, right? That emanate is to, basically means to come out of, right? Come out of, from powerful institutions and their functionaries. The author is basically attacking someone through this. The author is attacking the powerful institutions like courts, like the societal structures, for example, families, etc. through this. Find fertile is productive ground much quicker than those from other sources, as they are seen to be above society. The author is talking about institutions, okay, courts, families, etc. Courts of law enjoy a superior position in the hierarchy of institutions. Author is saying courts are, above other institutions. They are frequently, but if mistakenly, seen to guide social modes rather than reflecting, and just as frequently reinforcing them. Author, now pay attention to these lines, everybody. As they are seen to be above society, courts are seen to be above society, they enjoy a superior position, right? In terms of hierarchy, hierarchy is ranking. They are frequently seen to guide. So they are seen to guide social modes. Modes are basically social norms or social customs, right? You can also call them rules. But the author says this is not really correct. They look like guides, but are they really guides? Do they do a good job? Author is saying no, even courts don't do a good job. In fact, they end up reinforcing them. So if women are treated as lower than the men, courts end up reinforcing that. Courts don't say no, men and women are equal. They in fact end up reinforcing. Perhaps it is the hardening of an attitude that increasingly gathers around the idea that institutions of various kinds are sacrosanct. Sacrosanct means holy. You cannot touch them. It says that increasingly institutions are becoming sacrosanct. You cannot say anything against them. You say something against the courts, people will get mad. You say something against religion, people will get mad. You say something against society, people will get mad. This is what the author is saying. And any criticism of their functioning is the absence of proper respect for society and nation. You say anything against them, people will say you are not respecting the society, you are not respecting the nation, vagara vagara. So those kind of things. Or that in the melee of social change. Now what is this melee? Anybody? I am not aware of this word. Can you help? Without googling. From your answers, I could see that some of you are not being very genuine in your response. So please, you can also write I don't know. What is the meaning of the word melee? Anybody? Let me wait for your answers. Melee. I am waiting, of course. Okay, let's see. You can also say I do not know. Anything which takes more than 20 seconds in terms of response, I believe you are not aware of it. Okay, I don't know. Good, good, good. Fight? No. I don't know. No. I don't know. Good. All right, no problem. Melee is a very interesting word, is asked very often. Melee basically means chaos. Okay, you understand chaos? Chaos word is also very interesting. It comes from the Greek god of disorder. Okay, his name was Chaos or something like that. He was the Greek god of disorder. Chaos is a disorder, no? Not in any order. So melee is basically a disorderly situation. After the bomb blast in the market, there was a melee. Disorder, chaos, right? It was more like a pandemonium, bedlam, right? Very correct. In the melee of social change, that is among us, certain institutions become sites of protecting older structures of power. The author is saying that when social change is going on, there's a lot of chaos during the social change. Certain institutions protect the older structures of power. Like courts are protecting what? Courts are protecting the societal structure. That family is important, women are at a certain lower level than men. So that's what the author is saying. In either case, if it is change we are after, rather than a chimera of change. Chimera basically means a fantasy. A fantasy of change where men can marry modern women who must both work but also look after the home. Author is saying that if you are really looking for a change, not a fantasy, not unreal change, real change. What is unreal change? We all want modern women. Who is a modern woman according to us? Again, see, inverted comma is used. Means it is not the real meaning of modern woman. It is there is a specific meaning that the author is going to talk about. The modern woman in our eyes, in society's eyes nowadays, is somebody who can work, get the money, and also at the same time take care of the home. So they should be able to cook at home, take care of the kids, but also go out and work and earn money. That's a modern woman for us. Author is saying, if you really want correct change, then get rid of this idea, this chimera, this is fantasy. Then we need to think of the gender of institutions. The author is saying then we should also look at the gender of institutions. Court is an institution. What is the gender of the court? The author says institutions like courts, for example, have a gender, and that gender is male. They are male dominated. Author says if you want real change, you have to also look at the gender of the institutions. If courts are male dominated, then what kind of judgments they will pass? They are likely to pass male centric judgments. They are likely to pass judgments where women will get a lower respect or lower level of justice. That's what the author is talking about. Look at this. This is a very beautiful pair of couple of words. Gender of institutions. Author says you have to also look at the gender of institutions. Then only real change will come. What is the default gender of our institutions? And how should we go about changing the masculinity of institutions? One aspect of the media coverage of the Tamil Nadu and Karnataka stories that becomes sadly clear is that while the talk is about women, it isn't really about women. It's about their duties and the fact of their definition by their duties. Their duties are to their families, sons, husbands, and society. And in a strange twist, while courts are seen to stand above society in the opinions issued by it, women are seen to be below it. They must occupy a section of the house that is open to all the elements. The last line is basically, it's called allegorical. It is basically indirect statement, right? It is indirect. You can also call it allegorical. Author is basically saying that women are supposed to exist with respect to the society, not alone. They have no existence in isolation. They always have duties to others, but society does not have any duty towards women as such. So now let me pause before I ask you a few questions. Did you understand the author's main points here? This was slightly hard paragraph to read or passage to read. But did you read and understand the points? Very importantly, I hope you would also do your own research. For example, a lot of students face a lot of issues with the word gender. They are unable to understand what is gender or what is gender role, right? So reading books, for example, books like Seeing Like a Feminist can be advisable, because you guys need to have an understanding of these kind of topics also. You're getting into law, right? This is a book by Nivedita Menon, very well renowned book actually, highly recommended. You can read such books also, okay? But make sure your understanding of these words are absolutely crystal clear. Would you follow the paragraph, everybody? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat box. Correct? Uzaifa says women are low in number. Uzaifa, where? Again, you are reading things which are not there. Where is the author talking about women, number of women? Now, first question, which of the following would the author least agree with? Can you read and tell me? Which of the following would the author least agree with? Laibadi Khan. There are a lot of sessions on YouTube we have taken. You can watch them. Okay. And we would have vocab sessions also in coming time. Then you would be able to see that. Okay. Tell me guys, what is the correct answer according to you? Least agree with. Sanjana says option C. Tijan says option A. Hariom A. Aditi D. Now remember guys, if you have not understood the main point of the author, you will not get this question correct. Simple. Okay. Devadrita A, Aditi D, Nancy D, Uzaifa D, Anisha D, D, Malik D, Ashmita D. All right. So far, only one correct answer. Only one correct answer. Unfortunately. Right, everyone? Unfortunately. Now, so far, only one correct answer I saw. And the correct answer came from Preeti Gupta. Well done, Preeti. The correct answer is B. Now, just read the question once again. You guys keep on complaining that you get wrong answers in RC and critical reasoning. Understand the reason why you do that. Because you simply don't read, you refuse to read and understand. That is the reason. That's it. Question is asking which of the following would the author least agree with? What is the meaning of least agree with? Will not. Let me put it in the simplest manner. Least agree with basically will mean that the author will say it is not what I said. Simple. Question is asking which of the following was not said by the author, or which of the following the author will say I have nothing to do about it. I didn't mean this. I had no intention about it. Most of you are saying option D. Read option D. Gender sensitivity should increase in the society. Author is saying throughout the paragraph that women are treated unequally, not in the right manner by the society. They are looked at from gender perspective only, right, or mostly. Their roles are only as wives or sisters or mothers only. That means the author is saying society should respect women more in terms of what? In terms of their gender roles. So the society should become more gender sensitive. The author will agree to it, yes. So how can this be the answer? Gender sensitivity means what? We should not treat genders unequally. We should pay attention to the gender roles. We should not say women are inferior to men. Therefore I said read about gender. You are not aware of it. Look at option C. Social institutions need to change. Yes. Author keeps on saying most of the institutions are masculine. They are dominated by men. What is the author's point? Author is criticizing it. So what is the author's point? Author means to say they should change. Society looks at women mostly from a gender perspective. Yes, that's what exactly the last few lines said. It isn't really about women at all. It's about their duties and the fact of their definition by the duties. So people look at women only from gender role, mostly, yes. Now look at option B. Women should be more assertive for their rights. Where is the author saying that? Anywhere did the author talk about it? That women should do something? Author did not say. Author kept on saying society should do something. Author did not say that women should do something. Author kept on saying society should change. Therefore the answer is B. And this is one reason why you guys have low accuracy, because somehow you do not read, do not pay attention to words at all, and you want to get into law. Is this point clear, everyone? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat box quickly. Clear? Solia, hello Solia on the app. Yes, all right, try this everybody. Which of the following is true according to the passage? You have done this also. We have discussed this. Very easy question, don't get it wrong. Be quick, everyone. Eliminate wisely, read options carefully, eliminate very, very wisely, okay? Then only you can do this. Now, to those of you who are new to the channel, and if you're watching me after the session is over, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, because that helps us reach you more often with notifications, okay, in case. And remember everybody, if you have liked the session so far, if you think it's adding value to you, you must press the like button, because that helps us reach more number of students, and also makes us feel nice. So if you have not pressed that thumbs up button, please press that without fail, okay? Yes, please. What is the correct answer? Quickly. Hariom, Sneha, Vrinda. All right. Hariom, well done. Vrinda, very good. Sneha, very good. Absolutely correct. D is the correct answer. Very good. Well done. You can eliminate so fast. Courts are the true guiding force of the values of the society. True. Author actually disputes it. Author says they are frequently, if mistakenly, seen to guide. Means they are not actually doing it properly, right? But they are expected to do that, but they are not doing it properly. So this cannot be the answer. Courts are increasingly becoming hostile. Author nowhere talks about it. Courts are expected to be the guardians of the social mores. Expected, probably, but they are not doing it properly. No doubts about it. Correct. Expected or not, we do not know. But they are not doing it properly, that we know. The author says that mistakenly, right? Therefore, now look at the courts have not lived up to the expectations. Yes. They are expected maybe, but they are not living up to the expectations 100%. That is why the answer is D for. I hope it is clear. Well done, Hari Om. That yours was the first correct answer. All right, everyone. Let's go to the next one. So I hope it is clear. Yashasvi, you got that? Ashmita, Nancy, understood why the answer is D? You have to read every single word very carefully. Now you have known this. You know the answer already. You have done the word. I don't see any problem. This should be an easy one, right? Yes, please. Let's see, everyone. Estranged. Estranged is the word. Megha says C. Megha Konkal. Sanjana D. Uzaifa A. Malia A. Megha C. Megha, well done. Absolutely well done. Very good. Correct answer is C. That's correct. Estranged basically means when you're not happy, you are separated, you are not connected to someone, right? People get estranged first, then they get divorced, right? So it can mean malcontent. Malcontent means dissatisfied. Disaffected basically means isolated, not connected anymore. Disgruntled, frustrated. Okay, so which one is not a synonym? Obviously puzzling. Very good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. So those of you who marked C, you have done a great job. Absolutely. All right, let's look at, oh, this one is so easy. Gauge. Which of the following is not a synonym of the word gauge? This is very easy. Gauge. Yep. So can we have the answer, please? So some of you got it wrong. I could see that very clearly. I think you guys did not read the question properly. I think that's what. Second last question, everyone. Second last. So don't be late with it. Let's be fast, guys. Sanjana D, Brinda C, Anshuman C, Uzaifa C, Yashaswi C. Very good. Not bad. Brinda got it right first. Absolutely. Gauge as a noun can mean a meter. As a verb, it can mean to measure. Okay. Appraise and measure are practically same, right? Meter, gauge can be a meter. For example, rain gauge, that checks how much rain is falling. Okay. And as a verb, it can mean to appraise. Appraise means to assess, measure. Attract is nowhere related. You have to find not a synonym. Attract is the correct answer. Well done, guys. Very good. That makes me happy. Sita Kumari, clear. Your answer is not correct. Last question of the day, guys. Don't get it wrong. If you are not aware, in case you're not aware, we meet on Mondays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Make sure you always turn up for these sessions. We will do different kind of questions and we will read different kind of passages. Okay, from English perspective, not GK perspective, English perspective. We'll do more and more interesting questions in the coming classes. Don't miss. Spread the word, tell your friends also, and like, subscribe, join, press the bell icon, press all the buttons on the computer or phone or whatever you are using to watch this. Okay. All right, everyone. Can you please offer the answer now? What is the tone used by the author? Sneha, is this your answer for this question or the previous one? Laibadi Khan. Am I taking your name correctly? I don't know. C. Sneha said C. Laibadi B. Anshuman B. B. Sneha A. All right. Now, one thing is very clear. One thing is very Sneha. Okay, Sneha, your answer for this one is A. Okay, I got it. One thing is very clear, guys. You all need to work on your vocab 100%. Yes or no? There are a lot of sessions we have done on BYJU'S exam prep CLAT channel. Please watch them. Plenty of sessions on vocab. Because I can see your answers are going wrong primarily because your vocab is weak. No other reason. I'll tell you the correct answer. Option A for this one. All right, everyone. The correct answer is, of course, C. Let me see who got the first correct answer. Who got the first correct answer? I am looking for that person. Do I have anyone? Yashaswi, did you answer C? I think you did. Very good. And anybody else who marked C? No, only one person, I think. But if I'm wrong, please correct me, okay? Yep. All right, everyone. Now understand why the answer is C. Accusatory basically means, you understand, right? To accuse. Colloquial basically means informal. Informal is like, just using informal language. Is the author using informal language? In fact, the author is using very formal language. Tone is the style of the author. Style of the author, attitude of the author. It's not informal. Is the author accusing? I will say not accusing. Author is straight away saying that what courts are doing is not correct. What the society is doing is not correct. Accusation means, I think you are wrong. I think you are a thief. I think you are a murderer. That's accusation. I think you're not working hard. Accusation. But if I say you are not working hard, where am I accusing you anymore? I'm saying you're not working hard. Accusation is, you have done a scam. You have used people's money. That's accusation. In place of that, suppose I say, you have taken people's money. That's not an accusation. I'm saying that. I'm straight away saying you have done it. There is no accusation. Author is not accusing. Author is saying the courts are doing wrong. What they're doing is not correct. Chastising, on the other hand, means heavily criticizing. Heavily criticizing. Chastising is practically, giving a dressing down, giving a piece of your mind. You're like, you are useless. You are horrible. The way our parents get mad sometimes and they start throwing unidentified flying objects on us. That's chastising. Vindictive is revengeful. Revengeful. Is the author revengeful anywhere? Taking revenge? Like Tiger Shroff in his movies and all? Not really. So, is the author accusing? Not really. Author is straight away saying that you have done it wrong. Colloquial, informal, no. Vindictive, revengeful, no. Chastising, yes. Chastising is heavily criticizing. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Is it clear, everybody? Is it also clear that you got it wrong primarily because of your probably weak vocab? If your vocab was strong, you would have got it right. No doubts about it. Correct, everybody? Yes or no? So, Kunal, is it clear? Kunal says D. I think, Kunal, you just went for it blind, right? You did not know the meaning at all. I am pretty sure about it. Now Kunal has changed his answer. Yes, Kunal, you are now right. Absolutely. So I'll see you on Wednesday once again, everyone. Right? In case you found the session useful and you think we should continue, please make sure you press the like button, because that will make us very happy and will bring more energy to these sessions and more such paragraphs. If you're watching me after the session is over, make sure you type in the comment box and let us know what else should we do in these sessions, what else can help you. Okay, whatever can help you, we'll try and bring. Correct, everybody? I'll see you again. Thank you so much for joining me here and being absolutely patient and engaging. I'll see you again. Thank you so much, everyone. Please take care. Bye-bye.